Hey everyone, it's your professional sarcastic man and seeker of attention, Oz Chris here with a video on The Adventures of Super Sons #1, The Boys Are Back in Town edition. Uh, so, so initially, like with Super Sons, it's a great series. Super Sons is definitely one of the best kind of essentially new series that came out of Rebirth and unfortunately had to be cancelled because they had I don't know the full reasons, but what from what we can see is that because in Superman and Action Comics, John is not on Earth anymore, so obviously they can't really have a ongoing series anymore if technically half their cast is not even in the same place anymore. So unfortunately, yeah, they had to cancel it. I've been catching up with it with trades. It was a series I unfortunately early on had to drop because I couldn't afford. In my great purge of was it 2016? I think it was 2016 or 2017. I'd say 2017. The great purge of 2017. I got rid of a lot of comics that I couldn't buy anymore. Uh, and Super Sons was unfortunately one of them. But luckily, I went back to the trades after seeing everyone saying how great it is. It's like, okay, yep, I got to pick it up, and it is. It's fun. It's a great series that didn't deserve to be cancelled, but it's back. The boys are back, but for a 12 issue series. But it's set before the events of the Superman special #1, and of course Bendis' Superman titles, the 3 titles that he's done so far. So I gotta say, art in this is definitely amazing. 100% the art is great on this, and I got this variant. I believe it's the Jorge Jimenez variant because it just looks so freaking amazing and beautiful. Any like any cover that Jorge Jimenez does for a series I'm reading, I'm 100% gonna pick it up. They're beautiful covers. They're amazing covers. He's an amazing and talented artist. And so starting off the story, John and Damien are fighting off against the puppeteer who is taking over. Uh, Unfortunately enough, a statue of Superman, and funny enough, just because it's always their dynamic that John always slightly annoys Damien because he's still a kid at heart, so Damien just messes with him a little and just uses the puppeteer to mess him up a little. It's like, oh no, it was the puppeteer doing it, and it's like puppeteer's like, it wasn't, it was him. I'm the good guy. It's like, oh no, whoops, I must have. It took a second to find the off switch, despite the fact that it's supposed to fully control it. But anyway, going forward, the two are back at their kind of new base, not new base, renovated base. It's their base that was just, I think it was slightly destroyed back in Super Sons number 15 and 16, as the editor's note says there, and they're figuring out kind of what to do because of their so-called summer of super, but duty calls as always, and they find someone resembling the Shaggy Man attacking everyone, and I do like this. I just realized that I do like this shot of John holding the car like that. It's almost mirroring the Action Comics, #1, cover of Superman holding up the car like that. But this one is like, it's instead of holding it down, John's holding it up. But I don't know if it was intentional or not, but it looks like it. I mean, you got almost the similar pose, you got almost similar positioning of the car. So, but going on with the story, it turns out that it was all a trap to lure them there. That isn't the Shaggy Man. It's instead it's a Super Sons variant, but this one a villain team from a different galaxy or planet, I believe it was. So, despite the fact they're supposed to be like fans, they call themselves fans of the Super Sons. They decide to be all based on villains. So you got the Shaggy Boy, you've got Joker Jr., Ice Princess, their version of Captain Cold. You got Kid Deadshot, Brainiac 6, and yeah, it's a fun little dynamic. Considering there was a Kid Amazo, I was wondering if they were going to do like just a kid version of like the other villains. So, of course, you have to have a kid version of like Lex Luthor and the Joker, or Rex Luthor as he calls himself, and with using gold kryptonite, which does take Kryptonian powers away, if I remember correctly, and I believe he says so. He takes John's powers away, and they decide to fight, and I'll leave it right there. It's good to see Super Sons back, 100%. It was a series that did not need to be cancelled. I think because of, I don't want to say it's because of Bendis, but since Bendis wrote it that John left with Jor-El and with Lois, of course you can't really have the Super Sons still existing when working together when one is not even on the planet. So, but it's good to see him back with this 12-issue maxi-series. Hopefully he keeps it up, because as we've seen with other 12-issue series that are going on with DC, they get a lot of build up, and then after a while, because of delays, the hype around it dies. So hopefully it does it with Super Sons. But 100%, if you haven't picked up Super Sons, pick it up. You won't regret it. It's a fun story. Like that's whenever I've read Super Sons, I've always had so much fun reading it, because it's what it's essentially supposed to be, a fun little team up. See, even my birds agree, and that they're tweeting. They agree. It's a good story. It's a good comic. Definitely pick it up. And I'll leave it there for my video, for my review. That's all. Leave a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, follow me on Twitter, check out my previous videos, leave a comment, and I will see you all next time.